Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and I'm joined with my good friend Mark Olroyd
I,
and from Suddenly Comics, and we are the Price Variants,
oh,
and we are also going to be talking about the top Silver Age. Um, I kind of mixed the list this week, sort of give balance to the world, where I have a little bit of everything, and also I do show some big books in this list. So a little bit of everything. And there's a bit of a surprise for Mark as well. So that's always good. So what's the first book?
the first
So
book.
this one, yeah, this is the weirdness that I just saw this book and I'm like, this got to make it the list. It's just a cool book. Jerry Lewis. And it's got like Mr. Freeze and the Flash. Or Captain Frost. Is it Captain Frost?
Is it Captain?
Captain Frost.
Yeah, looks like.
Captain Frost. Sorry. Yeah, Captain Frost. Everyone's gonna I can see the complaints already. Okay, so
Yeah, nice cover.
yeah.
Why is he calling that? Who's Renfrew? Isn't Renfrew Dracula's sort of
Yeah,
underling?
uh underling, yeah.
Is that guy on the light Renfrew?
Probably. I had never read Jerry Lewis,
No.
so but yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of a fun cover.
Yeah, it is a fun cover.
It reminds me of the Reverse Flash one a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Uh,
Look, 9.2, quite high grade.
9.2. It seemed a bit cheap to me. This one seemed a little cheap because there was other Jerry Lewis's that were similar grade
Okay.
that sold for like 400 or 500.
Oh, really? Okay.
So
So
I was surprised that this one, which has kind of a good superhero cover,
yeah,
didn't
yeah, I should have gone for
do
more.
as well. Yeah, that's what I would have thought. But maybe it's more common. I don't know.
I have no idea. I've never collected or looked at Jerry Lewis comics, so
I
I,
have like one or two. Oh, yeah. See, it's down. I felt like it was a bit of a steal. So and this line shows that.
over 2 years. If you bought this 2 years ago, you've now halved your money.
Yeah. So as I said, the other ones were in the same kind of grade range. We're going for 400 or 500.
Okay, so it looks like it's got.
So this one was just, I guess it was towards the end of the thing. So maybe that's why. Maybe people had spent all their money on Jerry
Yeah.
Lewis
So, well,
because they had a whole bunch.
that can happen. I sometimes do that. There's a whole load of stuff auctioning. I wait
Mhm.
till you can pick some bargains up at the end because the other people have spent up.
Yeah. And yeah, you can pick up some amazing deals. So this one, it seemed like a good price just because of the high grade. I mean, I can't imagine that, there's only
Yeah.
20 on the
How
census.
many of these are? There's probably about 20 or something. 20,
Yeah, 20,
20.
20 on 20 on the census. I think it's a good cover. And there are collectors for Jerry Lewis. I actually tried to pick up a Jerry Lewis #1 at one point.
No,
And
there's no 9.6s or 9.8s, so 9.2 is a pretty good grade.
yeah, it's second highest grade. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So what does it say the FMV? I can't read that number. Is that
Fair
300?
market value is 200, but that's based on, I mean, there's only two sales. So, how they, I mean, and
So it's within the fair market value, but I think it's going by the lower number than the higher number.
yeah, because that was 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But
it's more weighted to the current number. Yeah.
yeah. So I would say actually it's worth around 300, 400.
Yes,
And somebody got to steal. I think somebody got to steal. That's my point
I
at the
think
end of the day.
I think you're right. Right, what is book two? Book two, Adventures of the Fly #1.
#1. Yeah. Um, so a friend of mine sort of turned me on to this book. Stephen.
Yeah.
I guess he was a big fan of The Fly. Um, and yeah, so I read a few of the issues, and it's fun. It's fun stories.
Here it's the Spider versus the Fly.
And this is, I believe, this is Archie, by the way,
Archie,
MLJ.
it's Archie Adventure Series. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah. So you don't really associate superheroes with Archie, even though that's how they started.
And it's Jack Kirby as well with George
Yeah.
Art. Very nice. And
Yes. Yeah.
it's my birthday comic, August.
Wow. So now you have to buy this one. You have to go ahead and find it now.
I'm gonna have to find a copy of The Adventures of the Fly issue one.
Yeah. I have this in my collection actually. This one. But because yeah, I mean it as a hero, he's actually a pretty fun hero. It's like good stuff, actually.
Well, can he actually fly, or is that are these?
Yeah, he can fly. Yeah, he can fly, and he has his little buzzard gun, buzz gun, I think it's called. It's fun.
So
The
this
buzz gun never ever works, but other than
seven
that,
now. Can't imagine there are many of these in the census either.
I
Um,
wouldn't imagine.
all right. So, well, it's a record price, Alan.
Oh wow.
Got a record.
See? Adventures of Fly is finally paying off for all those collectors. It's like flatline for like
Years.
50, 60 years. Yeah. Um so okay, so what was the previous price for this book?
It wasn't Stephen that bought it, was it? He's probably already got it.
Yeah, no, yeah, Stephen, I think he has a higher grade copy. So
Right.
what was the low price of the previous record, I
The
should say?
previous record was 380.
And this went for 700, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so wow. Double your money. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Not bad.
And what's the census count? It's probably pretty low.
4.
104. So yeah, I
Number one.
mean,
For a number one, I mean, when you compare this to number ones for Marvel, even for DC, only
well,
100.
this is about 10th of DC and
Yeah.
about a 50th of Marvel.
And it's 1959, so it's nice early Silver Age.
Silver Age. Yeah. It's a cool book. I mean, it does have some pretty famous people tied to it as well. So
Predates Spider-Man.
yeah. Yeah, so that's another thing. So, I think it's not though it is like a bug character, it's
Yeah.
not close enough to be a Spider-Man prototype.
No, no. He doesn't look like Spider-Man, does he? He's not a friend
Mm.
Spider-Man. He's I don't know.
Well, he's gonna be like attacked by Spider-Man. Probably he's gonna get caught in a web, and Spider-Man's gonna eat him. It's not
Yeah.
gonna be a pretty
Well, we
thing.
do have Jack Kirby's story and art.
Hmm. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. So I wanted to show some different things that you guys don't normally see.
Yeah, I haven't seen that
Were
one.
you familiar? Have you heard of it before though?
Fly. I have got a couple of copies of The Fly.
Oh, okay.
Occasionally, when I buy a lot at auction, I think I've got 2 or 3 copies of The Fly. They're quite nice covers, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And there's even Fly Girl as well,
it's that.
which is fun. Yeah.
I can't remember. Yeah, I do have. I got one recently. Oh, this is nice as well. I like Aquaman. Nick Carter.
This is purely. I love this cover. I was excited to see it. Yeah. This is Nick Cardy, right?
Is Nick Cardy. He did this whole run on Aquaman. It's the only reason I like Aquaman is Nick Cardy.
Yeah.
His artwork, the colors, and just the whole composition of that is magnificent.
Mhm. I mean, yeah. I mean, just the way, like, so the Aquaman goes right up to the guy's legs and it just forms like a little pyramid, and then the beam of light.
Yeah,
It's all like.
yeah. I haven't got this one. I have got quite a lot of these Aquamans. I do pick them up when I see them, but I haven't got this one.
Mhm. Yeah, I just thought this is one of my favorite of the run. There's another one that's a girl's face that I think is really nice.
Yeah, my favorite is the one with the girl with the pink hair running right down through the.
That's yeah, yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
So yeah, so this one but I think this one's a really great one. This kind of reminds me of there's some Batman one that's kind of similar. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
No, there's a Batman that's like people in the comments can tell me, but there's one that's similar with Batman, like where it says Batman at the bottom there. Yeah, but I love this one. I just thought it was a great cover.
This is
Nick Kirby.
Yeah,
No key to it, I don't believe.
artists for me have a sort of golden period. And for me, Nick
Mhm.
Cardy's golden period was right here when he was doing Aquaman.
Yeah, yeah, he
This
did
is
some really great
68.
stuff.
Yeah, um, fantastic.
So when is this from? This is Aquaman number
42, 1968.
42, 1968. So just right at the end of the Silver Age.
Yeah. 660. That sounds a really low price for a 9.4.
Hmm.
This isn't a hugely collect. You can pick these up at reasonable prices. People don't collect Aquaman.
I know it's somewhat sad, somewhat sad to see. It's kind
Um,
of,
it's come down since the movie's out.
yeah, you'd expect that.
Um,
Um,
yeah.
but it's still a reasonably high price. It's kind of a weird, probably each of those bumps are like for movies. Aquaman 1, Aquaman 2.
That's pre-move. That was April last year, so that's pre-movie spec here. And then the movies
Yeah, and then
dropped off.
probably the previous bump like that is
But the
pre-movie
first,
spec as well.
yeah, probably yes, that's about right. August 2018, yeah.
Yeah.
Post-movie slump.
Yeah. So this one's probably going to go down a bit more
It will go.
back into the line of where
Yeah.
Aquaman
So
books,
sell your spec movie comics before the movie comes out.
before the movie comes out. Actually, I didn't see the second Aquaman movie yet, but I watched the first one and I thought it was actually really weak,
I quite
personally.
liked the first Aquaman movie. I go up
Mm.
at 6 or 7 out of 10, which is
So maybe it's the science nerd in me, but like I just thought, oh, why is this guy like playing with this like weird tech that's like more advanced than even the advanced people that built the tech had ever created? And he's just like tinkering around with it. And then, oh, it's a good idea to put this on my head and like blast laser beams all over the place. You know, it seemed a little crazy to me. So yeah.
yes, Alan. You have very variable suspension of disbelief skills.
Yeah, I just couldn't suspend my
What's your
disbelief.
comics
So
of this movie?
hmm. Yeah, I mean everything should be based on reality, in my opinion. So that's all.
Yeah, so that's the end of Superman. That's the end of most of the superhero universe, probably apart from Batman. Right.
Yeah, Batman's pretty real. Um, so yeah, what's the census count on this one?
Let's have a look. Oh, it's low, 184.
Wow, that is low. Um, yeah, really low census count. I mean, it's a reasonably high grade too. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Actually, what is the highest grade for is it a 9.8, the highest grade?
I would imagine there's a 9.8. Let's have a look.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like 198. I see.
No, no. Oh, there's 198. It's never sold.
198. Yeah. 496s. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, fairly high grade, sort of top of the census.
Yeah, yeah. Great
So,
comic.
yeah.
I need to seek one of those out. Right. Next up, My Greatest Adventure, or My Greatest Adventure. Now, I think I know this one, Alan. This is the first Doom Patrol, isn't it?
Doom Patrol, yes. And issue number 80, right? 86 or 80. What is it? I always forget the issue.
80, 80,
80.
80, yeah.
Yeah, 80. Okay, that's what I thought. I think in 86 or something like that, it changes the name to actually Doom Patrol. Because Doom Patrol became very popular. A lot of people feel like Doom Patrol was kind of like the first X-Men. Like almost like a prototype for X-Men. DC creates one thing and then Marvel, oh, that's a good idea. And they basically rip it off.
Hey, Dr. Niles Calder is a bit like Professor X. He's a sort of leader of the Doom Patrol, isn't he?
Yeah, the chief, right?
Is he in a wheelchair? He's in a wheelchair as
He's
well.
in a wheelchair too, yeah.
Yeah,
Very, very similar. There's a lot of parallels.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Um,
So I'm not sure when did X-Men come out. Actually, this is
this is after
663.
X-Men. Oh, it's so similar, isn't it? This is 663. When was X-Men 1?
I don't know. So maybe it's the other way around,
Just
but
when does X-Men
we
1?
gotta find out when X-Men 1 came out.
Just
I thought that Doom Patrol was this inspiration for X-Men,
was it the other way around?
or was it the other way around? That's my point. Yeah.
It's going to be close, isn't it?
Yeah, because I know X-Men 63 as well.
Oh, it's August 63, so it's slightly after. So that Doom Patrol came first
Yeah.
by a couple of months.
hmm Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought Doom Patrol was inspiration for X-Men. Okay.
Yeah, it's very, very close. There's a couple of months in it.
Mm. So yeah.
Right.
So,
Okay. So there you go.
oh, and then let's look at the trajectory of this book. So 6'5",
Equals 6 5.
606.
X-Men 1. And
I
it's,
like that when it's like that kind of thing where you can say, okay, it's probably like $100 per point at that, 6'5", and it's 660, so it's $100 per
oh,
point kind of level.
this has come down to that's COVID peak. That's COVID peak. So
Yeah. Also, there was
it's
a TV
almost back
series.
to pre-COVID prices.
Yeah, remember there was also the TV series during that time period as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. So this is nearly back to the same point we were at 2020.
Yeah, it is actually a very flat book, actually, even historically speaking.
Yeah. Which is surprising given it's had about three, it had 3 or 4 series, didn't it, on the Doom Patrol?
Yeah, I think it was like 3 seasons or 4 seasons,
Yeah, and it was good as
something like
well.
that. Yeah. I thought it was fun. Um, so yeah, so yeah, just I guess didn't get the love that it deserved.
No,
So and what's the census count for this book?
it'll be quite low, isn't it?
Yeah, I imagine.
663. Yeah.
Okay, so fairly low, but not as low as some of the ones we were looking at earlier, but still low.
No,
Um,
this isn't an
yeah, so
book, is it? It's my greatest adventure number 80. I mean,
yeah, so people probably didn't even know, oh, this is going to be a major key in the future.
like,
So interesting.
interesting. Right, down to the next one. Oh, this is another nice cover. We had one similar to this last week.
Yeah. So the reason I put this one on the list is this is post-code horror,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So there was a bit of that trance, you know, where books that had kind of tried to stay even past the code.
Mhm.
Um, and this is one of the mystery tales.
This must have been
Um,
a bit close because that creature in the water looks suspiciously witch-like, or and you weren't allowed witches, were you?
yeah, so they got to kind of make it swamp creature, which I don't know what it is.
Something in the fog. Yeah.
Yeah, what year is this? Probably like 50s, early mid 50s.
57. Yeah.
57, yeah, so mid to late 50s is what I meant. Yeah, it's post code. So I think they were kind of trying to see what they could get away with a little bit, but also play it safe. So 80,
Oh, that's a pretty
$1,300
probably a quite good price. 1320.
seems like a good price. Like usually I have some like golden age mystery tales and some silver age ones,
Mhm.
and usually the silver age ones are a little bit like about half or more
Yeah.
cheaper than the golden age ones. The golden age ones are much more fun, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah.
So let's have a look. Is that a good price or not? Very good price. It's the record.
It's only
It's in,
I love that. Okay, so
so
let's
yeah,
do the
that's
per
a
point.
good overview. Right. So there is a 90, but it
That's
hasn't
sold
been
for.
sold since 2003. Uh,
Oh, okay, that we can't use that.
so that's the
What's a 7.5 sell for?
only one. There was a 7.5 sold in 2020 for 372. I mean, impossible to say, isn't it? I mean, that's just not enough of them.
So 2020. if it sold for something, let's say we double that, right?
Yeah.
Like, and if that's the case, then the 8.0 should have sold for double that, which would be around 1,200.
Yeah, which is about right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, right. Yeah.
Alan
So
calculated reasonable price. Bill Everett.
really, that's a really weird way of doing it. But yeah, because if it's like a 9.0 is the highest grade, you kind of have that doubling effect at the very tippy top grades.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
wow.
if somebody sells this 9.0, the 190 that they bought 21 years ago for $196, they'd get $2,500 or $2,600 for it.
Probably something like that, I'd guess.
I think they might get more because it is the
It
highest.
is like, yeah, sometimes there's a little bit extra for that, but yeah, so what's the census count? I can't imagine it being very high.
Minute 20.
Wow. Wow. That is very cool. I mean, that shows you why this book kind of holds its value a bit better because the scarcity does come into play. There's one on eBay though.
That 8.0, there's only one graded higher,
Yeah.
and it's
How
below
much is that one?
like
There's one on eBay, by the way. How much is the one on eBay?
one on eBay is a 3.0, and you
Hmm.
pick it up for $134.
That's not bad.
Uh,
Based on this being 1,100.
so if an 8.0 is going for, oh, I don't know, maybe it's okay. Yeah, maybe it's a reasonable price. Yeah.
Yeah, but probably it's like one of those things where in lower grades it's pretty common. Who knows?
Yeah.
But you'd have to really like the cover or not. So this video has been sponsored by Marvel Tales number. Just checking. So, not telling people to go out and buy that one.
Marvel Tales
Um,
ran out of budget for advertising about 50 or 60 years ago.
so yeah, so there's a lot of really cool books on this part two of this video. This was just the bottom half of the books. If you want to see the top half of the books, go over to Mark's channel. The link is in the description to his channel. Just check out the video. And yeah, it's a pretty good list, I hope. I hope you guys like it. So thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.